It is good. It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're gonna be talking about 5 tips for you guys to be no money spent in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now look, guys, since this recent I don't even know what to call it in my team. Since this recent ban wave, since this recent banning people from 250, I'm gonna try to help you guys as well as possible become no money spent in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, here's the deal. I gotta be honest with you guys, it's not necessarily easy to be no money spent. The first tip and trick that I'm going to give you guys is kind of a tip that you guys will be like, well, duh. And it's gonna be to not spend any MT unless you have to. Now, why? Well, I have 456,000 MT basically from grinding the KG out. Now, if I wanted to, I'd be like, oh yeah, I really want Magic Johnson or Ben Simmons. Let's add him to the squad as my point guard. But then all of that MT that I worked so hard to do, they're so hard to get, is gone. To kind of go on that same train of thought, never rip packs with MT, ever. I promise you guys, if you want to build your squad, ripping packs with MT is about the worst value thing you can do. Just watch my pack off video if you haven't yet. That is the worst thing to possibly do. Same thing with, okay, you guys are not going to see any of my guys on the squad have a shoe. Nobody has shoes. Now, do shoes help? Yes. But do they cost quite a bit? Yes. So don't buy shoes. Don't buy badges in that same kind of category. The only badges I apply are Hall of Fame badges that I don't have to spend MT on. That's it. Nobody else has any other badges. It's just not worth it because by the time you spend MT on badges, the player might become outdated and you're never going to get that MT back. Those are my main keys for you guys. Being no money spent, at least number 1, not spending MT. Those are the main keys. Yes, I've got Marc Gasol because I kind of needed a center, but even him, I can sell back and basically get that same value. The second thing, sell everything you do not use. Now, that ranges from badges. Limitless takeoff gold. Okay, you might not think it sells for much, but looky there. It sells for what? 2,000 MT. Sell everything you don't use. It might not seem like that much. The Amethyst prize ball, I had a duplicate. Sell it. It might not seem like you're going to make that much MT, but trust me, that's where all of this MT has came from. My badges, my shoe boost, and even you wouldn't even know it, right? The average person wouldn't even know it. But 800 MT here and there does add up. This only sells for 550, but guess what? I'm still going to take the time to put it up. All of these historic courts, all of these historic jerseys, they all do hold some sort of value. So sometime, at least like once or twice a week, I would go through and empty out your collection because that's where your MT is going to come from, guys. Newsflash, it's not easy to make MT on this game. And if somebody tells you otherwise, they're just not right. Now, yes, people can say, well, there's snipe filters that you can use, and that's 100% true. We'll get on, we'll talk about that later on in this video. But I'm telling you guys right now, there's gonna be people that buy each and every one of your shoe boosts, each and every one of just everything that you are trying to sell. Go ahead and sell it. Even a post-fade diamond for 250 MT. Might not seem worth it, but I'm telling you guys, it 100% adds up, and you will 100% be rewarded for just taking the time and putting up each individual, not only shoe boost, not only jersey, not only badges, but even the players, right? If you don't use a specific player in your lineup, sell him. So for example, I think I've got a Jonathan Isaac in here that I'm not using, sell him. He's only gonna lose value. And that's something you guys got to realize is most players only deteriorate in value. So the longer they are in your collection for, the more MT that quite honestly, guys, you're just losing out on, right? If you don't put a player up for sale after you don't use them, you're basically just throwing MT away. It's kind of how you do have to look at it. 8,900 for Jonathan Isaac. Just take that MT and run with it. So that's the second thing. Basically, empty out your collection. Yes, guys, if you need, these players, keep them. But everybody else, you should sell. The third tip and trick I'm going to give you guys is play the game modes you enjoy, okay? You enjoy. So back in the day, for example, I used to really enjoy Triple Threat Online. This was basically the only game mode I played. And it was by far and away way more rewarding back then than it is now. But still, if you play Triple Threat Online enough, you're going to make MT. Same thing. A lot of people like Unlimited. A lot of people just like playing Triple Threat offline. And that is A-okay. Play the game modes you have fun with. Don't burn yourself out, guys. If you do not like playing My Team Limited, don't play it. I don't like playing My Team Unlimited, or My Team Limited, I should say, so I don't play it. Don't get fantasized by the specific rewards. To be honest with you guys, there's not a game mode that I can sit up here and tell you guys, wow, that's worth playing. Maybe the draft mode is the most rewarding, but there's not anything that I see that I'm sitting up here saying, wow, you guys must play it. Same thing with the level 40. If you don't enjoy grinding the level 40, don't grind it. Okay, Zach Levine's not worth it. I know a lot of people like getting the level 40 each and every kind of season, but it's not worth it. If you just want to play co-op with your friends, guys, do that. There's not any reward mode, or any game mode, I should say, any rewards that you guys have to feel like you have to play. Don't burn yourself out on My Team. If you don't feel like loading up on a specific day, don't load it up because you feel like you have to. That's just gonna burn yourself out. And if you're no money spent, trust me, guys, you don't have to play every single day. The fourth tip and trick I'm gonna give you guys to be a no money spent, okay? Pay attention to the agendas and find interesting ways to make MT. Now, those two go together. And why? Because on Tuesday, tomorrow, there's gonna be a new takeover card. Now, depending on who it is, you can find ways to make MT on it. So, for example, I don't think there's applying a shoe in this Friday. At least a week ago, guys, there were some players that required you to apply a shoe. So in that case, you're going to want to buy shoes, or not buy shoes, you're going to want to sell all your shoes. So right now, guys, there's not an agenda for shoe cards. So I wouldn't be surprised to see shoe cards going for like, what, 400 MT? Now, if you guys time it right, you will be able to sell each and every shoe for like 750 MT, if that is an agenda. Because somebody like me, who is no money spent, and I want that player, I don't have all the world's shoes and shoe boots, right? I just don't have that many of them to be applying them. So for me, it's easier to just go buy them, apply them to a player, and then move forward. So that's something to kind of look at with agendas. Same thing with like Pistons players. Obviously, Pistons centers right now might be going for a lot because you have rebounds and blocks. And then you go in here, you look at Pistons players and maybe go to centers. They might be selling for more than they initially would. Just pay attention to agendas, even the daily agendas, right? Acquiring a badge, obviously applying a badge. Badges are gonna be probably more expensive than they originally would. So if you have some bad badges, man, maybe it's worth it to sell, right? Even some bronze badges, the cheapest they're selling for is $350. Maybe it's worth you guys going through and selling some of your badges for $350. Same thing with applying, or acquiring a player from the auction house. That's going to be an agenda in which it's going to cause the market to increase a little bit. The second thing I'm going to say, find yourself an interesting snipe filter, okay? Now, whether your snipe filter wants to be the cheapest amethyst player, I don't really care whatever your snipe filter is. I'm not going to judge you guys. Snipe whatever cards you want to snipe. It's that simple. It's that honestly simple for you guys. Don't feel like you guys have to, spend a ton of time on different stuff. Just find whatever filters you guys want to work with. Now, again, for me, I like sniping Anthony Davis and Penny Hardaway's. That's what I really like sniping because I know they're not going to lose value for a very long time. They're probably going to only increase in value. So like Penny Hardaway, for example, when packs came out was like what? 13, 14,000 MT. Now he's a little more pricey, right at 16,000, but I would sit on this for 1,500, and anything you see, you snipe. It's that simple. But yeah, you can just get interesting with your snipe filters, okay? Find ones that you can see. What I like to do is find something that I'm gonna see a lot of snipes. So whether that's Penny Hardaway, whether that is for Anthony Davis, find those that you're gonna, enjoy doing, number one, and number two, you're gonna see a lot of things that do pop up. So for me, it's Penny Hardaway, and then obviously a little bit of Anthony Davis in there as well is just fine. Because those guys, I hate to tell you, their price is only gonna go up. The last tip and trick I'm gonna tell you guys is grind for free cards. Now, am I telling you guys if you're no money spent, you have to have Galaxy Opal Kevin Garnett? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is grind for free cards. The most enjoyment I've had on my no money spent lately, I should say enjoyment, but I'm struggling in Unlimited, but the most enjoyment I'm going to have is grinding for Karl Malone. And on the way, getting Russell Westbrook. Last couple of weeks, it was grinding for Ray Allen, grinding for KG, grinding for these free cards that I'm gradually seeing my MT increase and my team get better. That should be your ultimate goal. Seeing that MT go up while seeing your team get better. Look, guys, again, you don't have to do too much to get Russell Westbrook. You didn't have to do too much to get Ray Allen. Just stay up to date on these challenges and you are going to be just fine. You get I'm telling you guys, this season, sure, you didn't have rewards for specific game modes at the start. But if you got Jinlian, if you got Ray Allen and Russell Westbrook, if you get all three of those guys, your foundation heading into season 5 is going to be absolutely outstanding. Now, even if you get 2 out of those 3 players, so for me, even if I get just Russell Westbrook and Ray Allen, you're going to be set up for the future. So that's kind of my last tip and trick that I recommend. Just grind out the free cards. Not saying KG, but if there's an easy free card that you guys can get and obtain, I definitely would recommend you guys doing so. That is going to wrap it up for my 5 tips and tricks for being no money spent in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Let me know your thoughts on them down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.